Did you know that lizards communicate by doing push-ups? पर अगर कोई push-up कर रहा हो तो उसको lizard मत बुलाइएगा, प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी. Did you know that blue whales can eat 500,000 calories in a single mouthful? तो अगर कोई blue whale आपसे एक bite मांगे तो दीजिए ना. Did you know that mosquitoes are attracted to people who have just eaten a banana? तो यानी अगर आपने खाया केला तो mosquito नहीं छोड़ेगा आपको अकेला. If you knew all these things, then well you can earn. If you don't know all these things, then you can learn. That's when we all play You versus YouTube. Wait, these are things I know. They may be true, they may not be true. I don't know, man. I'm always very confused. But I've got 10 creators here with me who know exactly what they're talking about. When it comes to their subject, भाई दिग्गज है, महान है, आप उनके फैन हैं, और आज हम उनको यहाँ पे लेके आए हैं because we've got a few challengers who will try to beat them to win 10 lakh rupees. And you're not just playing for yourself, you're also playing for your country. How? आप जो भी पैसा यहाँ पर आज जीतेंगे, we will donate an equal amount to India's COVID relief effort. We will be donating to Give India. So, well, it's not just you, it's the entire country, your community, everyone with you. So, before we go any further, let's meet our experts. Let's meet our Diggaj YouTube creators. अब ये 10 क्रिएटर तुम्हारे पास आ गए, मुस्कुरा रहे हैं पर सवाल इनके बड़े खतरनाक हैं. Who is the warrior who will take them on? Who is the challenger? For that, let's go ahead and meet our player pool. We have data scientist Rohan Rao from Bengaluru. We have second-year political science student Insha Tehseen from Kolkata. Lawyer Ritu Nichani Mittal from Panchkula, with all the law books behind her. Show off. We have a UPSC aspirant Omkar Amritanshu from Bhubaneswar, and we have marketing manager Tanishq Malhotra from Gurugram. Welcome. You are all the You in You versus YouTube. Rohan, आपके पीछे बहुत ही छोटा सा चेस बोर्ड और दो बहुत ही छोटे-छोटे चाय के केटल पड़े हुए हैं. Is there any tea in them?
No tea.
Oh, okay. And the chess board also? Is that also for sure?
No, I play chess. I enjoy chess. That's like my stress buster.
छोटा चेस क्यों खेलते हो? बड़ा चेस खेलो ना.
बड़ा भी है.
Okay, Ritu, honestly tell me, of all the books behind you, how many have you read?
Not too many.
Are you a liar or a liar?
But before we go any further, before I answer that question, even can I say something to you?
Yes, you can say anything you want to me, but just remember this is being recorded, so it will not hold in a court of law.
Quite the contrary, but I just wanted to tell you that I am a huge fan.
Let's quickly go to Insha from Kolkata. Insha?
Hi Gaurav, how are you?
No. কেমন আছো?
ভালো, আপনি ভালো আছেন?
That is correct. Ditto copy paste to you as well. मेरे को बस इतनी बिगौली आती है, ज़्यादा आगे मत challenge करो. So that's our player pool, but there is only one position for being a challenger to our 10 YouTube creators on You versus YouTube. Well, that will happen when they clear ground zero. I'm going to ask you a question. There are going to be 4 options. You'll get 10 seconds to give the answer. Whoever gives us the correct answer gets to be the first challenger on You versus YouTube. Are you guys ready? Yeah? Excellent. So here it is. What is the color of the skin of a polar bear? Your options are yellow, black, white, light pink. 3 seconds on the clock. Get your answers in. Starting off really simply, the color of the skin of a polar bear I think everybody at home also knows the answer, but we shall still reveal what the correct answer is. Well, so there you go. The answer is B, black. Let's have a look at the answers from our player pool. We have a winner. It is Ritu, who has given us the correct answer. Well, the lawyer has got it correct. And it is legally
My God,
binding
thank
for me
you.
to tell
Thank
you
you.
that congratulations, you're our first contestant on You versus YouTube. Well done. And I think since you're our first challenger ever on You versus YouTube, I'm going to get an entire player pool and all our YouTube creators and me as well to clap for you. Come on, everybody, let's welcome
Yay.
Ritu. She's our first challenger.
Thank you, guys.
So before we get you into the challenger's position, I just want to tell all our players in the player pool, don't worry, it's not over for you yet, right? All 4 of you are still in the game. Please play along whenever Ritu's asked a question. And of course, we've got a leaderboard. And if God forbid, for Ritu's sake, God forbid, she gets something wrong and she has to leave the game, the person who is in the lead in the player pool will take her position as the challenger. And you have 2 episodes to play along. So very solid chance for you getting to be in the game. So keep your A game on, all of you. But right now, it is all about Ritu and it's all about her being the challenger.
Hey, Gaurav, I think being nice to you paid off.
Yeah, I completely manipulated that, didn't I? No, I didn't. You were the one who gave that correct
course.
answer. So well done. And you have a cup
Thank
behind
you.
you that says you can win. I can see that cup behind you that says you can win. I hope you can. You have faith in yourself. Remember, you have 10 questions. Now we're dividing them into 3 tiers. The first 5 questions, which are the easier ones, will be the silver tier. The next 3 questions, which are slightly tougher, will be the gold tier. And the last 2 questions, which will be the toughest, are the diamond tier. We will be putting the creators in the tier. You have no choice over there, but you do have a choice of deciding your batting order. Which question comes to you when within the tier is what you get to decide. And of course, you have assistants as well. We're giving you 3 assists to play along with. Those are ask player pool, share a clue, and change the question. You've already won 1,000 rupees. You're starting off with that. Your money will double with each question, taking you to a maximum possible of 10,24,000. If you can win that, you walk away with that money. Plus, we donate an equal amount to India's COVID relief effort. So you're not just playing for yourself, you're playing for something far bigger than that. Are all the rules clear?
Yep.
Right now, it is time to go and meet the 5 YouTube creators who comprise your silver tier. So here it is. We have Reena with sports. We have Roshni with science. We have Sucharita with films. We have Gaurav, aka Technical Guruji, with, of course, technology. And we have Nidhi with health. So these are your 5 creators who were here. I just want to tell all our viewers who are watching the episode premiere that आप भी हमारे साथ play along कर सकते हैं. From wherever you are, we will be making a charity contribution to Give India to be used for COVID relief. जैसे ही क्रिएटर सवाल पूछने आएंगे, आपकी लाइव चैट विंडो में एक पोल कार्ड आ जाएगा with the question and 4 options for the answer. Only one option is correct. All you have to do is select your answer on this poll card. All right, everything is in place. Screens are ready. All my YouTube creators are ready with their questions. The player pool is ready to play along. You are ready at home. And of course, the person who's the challenger, it's all about her. Ritu is also ready. So Ritu, are you ready to tell me who will be asking the first question to you from your silver tier?
For the first question, I'd like to choose science as my subject. So, Roshni ma'am, I'm ready.
Roshni ma'am, आपके ऊपर है ये अब. Even if Ritu has watched all your videos, Roshni ma'am, there is no way she could remember anything because you've made over 7,000 videos. In how many years?
10 years.
In 10 years. So you're making about 2 videos a day. My God, how?
Video making has always been a passion. So it's going on since 10 years.
That is really amazing. Well, okay. Roshni ma'am is ready with her question. Ritu is ready to start her gameplay. This is question number 1 for 2,000 rupees.
So let's talk about something जो हम अपने आसपास देखते रहते हैं. For example, I'm pretty sure कभी ना कभी ये notice किया होगा कि if you throw a ball maybe on the floor or to a wall, it kind of bounces back. So my question to you is, which of these laws is showcased or demonstrated in the bouncing of a ball? And your options are option A, Newton's first law of motion, option B, Newton's third law of motion, option C, Gauss' law, option D, Pascal's law.
This is supposed to be an easy science question. For someone who did her last science class in class 10, this is pretty darn hard.
Ritu, you also have 3 assists that are available to you. You can use one of them in this tier. There is Ask the Player Pool, Share a Clue, and change the question. So if you want, you can even use one of them if you're not sure. What's your instinct telling you?
Newton's first law of motion, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. It kind of makes the most sense to me. I don't even know if that's Newton's first law of motion.
You said it with a lot of confidence.
Okay, I'll probably go for I'll ask the pool.
You'll ask the player pool. All right. Your friends who are also playing the game along, you will get to know what they have answered already. And then you can choose to go by the answers they've given. Of course, it's not binding, or you can go with something else altogether. So let's have a look at what Omkar, Tanishq, Insha, and Rohan have answered to this question. So we only got 2 answers in on time. Tanishq and Omkar gave their answers. Insha and Rohan did not get their answers in 15 seconds. So we've got 1 for first law of motion and 1 for third law of motion. I don't know if that helped.
That helps so much.
Yeah, well, that question didn't just fox you, it also foxed the player pool by the looks of it.
Oh, I kind of did that myself.
So let me ask you, are you sure of which law of motion means what? It is a tough question, it's fine. There's, as you can tell, even in the player pool, 2 of your colleagues were not able to answer the question in time. It is definitely a difficult question. Science is difficult, which is why Roshni ma'am has had to make 7,000 videos.
Yeah, I think the first thing I'm going to do after this is go watch them all. It'll probably take me 2 years to watch them, but maybe more, maybe 10 if I watch 2 a day.
Okay, Ritu, we need an answer from you.
Okay, I think I'm going to go with Omkar and say third law of motion.
Okay, so we're going to select that for you. Newton's third law of motion. Let's make that gray and go over to Roshni ma'am to tell us whether that's a green or a red.
So, Ritu, what made you choose Newton's third law of motion? Was it a guess?
It came from the fact that Omkar is preparing for the UPSC, so he kind of may have more in-depth knowledge on something like that. So it was a strategic choice to go with that answer against my gut, which was telling me was the first law, and I think I made a mistake.
You didn't, and I'm super happy to share with you that this is the correct answer.
Oh, thank you.
So let me tell you, when you were telling that every action has an equal and opposite reaction, so that was the time I was feeling that yes, that is it. But then somehow you were thinking that that's the first law, but actually that was the third law. So, but anyways, you did it well.
Thank you.
The first law is the law of inertia, right?
Exactly. So the
that
first
correct?
law says that something which is at rest will continue to be at rest, and something which is in motion will continue to be in motion until and unless an external force is applied on them. So that's the first law.
And the second one, now that we're at it, I might as well learn my science. Sorry.
It talks about the force and acceleration. So it says force is equal to mass into acceleration. So that's the second, Newton's second law of motion.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
I just want to say congratulations. Very well done, Omkar. Good job. Nancy.
Dude.
Thank you, Omkar.
Okay, so Ritu, well, we don't need to worry about the second law now because we have to go to your second question. Your second question is worth 4,000 rupees. You will tell me who is going to ask you that question and what topic that will be.
For my second question, I'd like the tech guru, Gaurav sir, to ask me my next question.
Over to GC.
हाँ इतना टेंशन नहीं है ऋतु इतना टेंशन नहीं है I mean tech is easy we all use it
Okay.
और I mean tech daily basis पे हम use करते हैं तो इतना मुश्किल नहीं पड़ेगा क्वेश्चन भी
है।
काफी easy है and I'm sure being a lawyer you must be charging a lot or whatever I mean you know check से तो काफी काम पड़ता ही होगा जब चेक आते हैं जब चेक जाते हैं
एक मिनट वो लॉयर है चेक जाते नहीं है
आपके मुंह में घी शक्कर
नहीं बट अगर भाई मेरे को मेरा पता है ना यार आई मीन जब चेक आते हैं तो बड़ी खुशी आती है और जब चेक जाते हैं और जब उसमें जीरोस लगी होती हैं बहुत सारी तो काफी दिल दुखता है अंदर तो दुखता है बट बाय द वे मेरा क्वेश्चन भी इसी से रिलेटेड है और अगर ऋतु आप डेली बेसिस पे चेक्स के साथ में यू नो इफ यू डील विद इट तो आई थिंक आपको इसका जवाब आ जाएगा इतना मुश्किल नहीं पड़ेगा व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ द टेक्नोलॉजी यूज्ड बाय बैंक्स टू ऑटोमेटिकली रीड द स्पेशल नंबर्स एट द बॉटम ऑफ द चेक्स एंड योर ऑप्शंस आर A IFSC B OMR C MICR or is it D UVL?
So I know that IFSC is a code that banks use for financial transactions, which is also used in net banking. OMR is the technology that is used to read answer sheets when we give competitive exams. So when I gave my law entrance exam, OMR was used to read the answer sheet. UVL, my common sense is telling me it's UV lighting, which I don't think is something that would be used to read numbers. So that kind of leaves MICR, which sounds vaguely familiar as a technology used in connection with checks and reading numbers. So yeah, I'm quite certain it's MICR.
My God, there is a lot of grey matter there that Ritu is showing us. तो चलिए MICR को grey कर ही देते हैं and काफी sure है ये तो my brother GC will tell us whether her surety is based on merit or not.
चलो तो आपका टेक का फंडा बिल्कुल सही है and the correct answer is C MICR.
Nice, well
Thank
done.
you.
Congratulations, Ritu. That takes you to 4,000 rupees. That
Thank
means
you.
you are 2 questions down in our silver tier. That takes you now to question number 3, which will be worth 8,000 rupees. तो आइए देखते हैं ये सवाल आपसे कौन पूछेगा बताइए
The next question that I want to be asked would be from Nidhi ma'am. So it's going to be health and wellness.
Excellent. From our Desi Muscles coach, Nidhi Mohan Kamal, who is also an Ashtanga yoga expert, a nutritionist, a food scientist, a fitness trainer, a health guru, and of course,
Thank you.
she is the biggest enemy of my dearest friend, Chola Bhatura.
Actually not. Moderation में खा सकते हैं इंसान.
एक बार 2 हफ्ते में एक बार 1 हफ्ते में एक बार
हाँ चलेगा.
एक हफ्ते चलो ठीक है मैं बनाता हूँ आप सवाल पूछो ठीक है
तो ऋतु वर्कआउट में इंटरेस्ट रखते हैं?
थोड़ा. I'm more into yoga than workout. मेरे को योगा ज्यादा पसंद है. I like a calm mind.
ओके सो अगर आप थोड़ा बहुत वर्कआउट में इंटरेस्ट रखते हैं तो और जिम में इंटरेस्ट रखते हैं तो आपको पता होगा कि यूजुअली व्हेन वी वर्क आउट वी हैव स्पेशल डेज फॉर ईच बॉडी पार्ट. इट्स अ वेरी कॉमन लिंगो और आप सुनते होंगे कि कोई बोलता है कि आज लेग डे है, कोई दिन चेस्ट डे होता है और हर दिन किसी ना किसी बॉडी पार्ट को हम पूरी तरह से निचोड़ते हैं, राइट? दैट इज द फंडा ऑफ डूइंग वेट ट्रेनिंग. तो अब मेरा सवाल है आपसे इसी से रिलेटेड. सो माय क्वेश्चन to you is, which of the following is considered a compound exercise? Your options are option A, bicep curl, option B, lateral raise, option C, leg extension, and option D, pull-ups.
What if I don't know what a compound exercise is?
Well, then your troubles will compound, Ritu. Yes, Ritu. I need an answer from you, please.
I'm leaning towards the pull-up because I think a compound exercise logic is telling me is something that caters to more than one muscle. A bicep curl in the name says bicep, so I'm assuming it works on one muscle. The leg extension, not too familiar with these terms, but I'm assuming it would work on the hamstring. I don't know what the lateral raise is, but I do know that the pull-ups involve more than one muscle. I think I'll go with D, pull-ups.
So D, pull-up is what you say. Nidhi, is that correct?
Pull-up is the right answer. And your logic was 100% correct. As you guessed it right, compound exercise does involve multiple sets of muscle, and pull-up is a compound exercise which involves the back, shoulders, as well as the arms at the same time. And congratulations on moving forward.
Thank you.
By the way, मैं notice कर रहा हूँ कि ये यशराज टाइप का कोई फैन आपके आसपास है कि थोड़े बाल आपके ओढ़े हैं ना थोड़े सुचारिता have you noticed a little
Yeah. It's very
है ना?
cinematic. Her hair is growing very slowly, ऐसे धीरे, but it's not losing its shape or form. But like 4 strands are flying here and very cinematic looking. Very nice.
yeah it is
मेरे को personal review मिल गया होगी सुचरिता से. I am privileged. Thank you. No, but
is your
There's no one
husband
next
sitting
to
at
me.
your feet like that holding a fan?
I wish. AC मेरे सामने है, उसका हवा है मेरी बालों में. कोई नहीं है.
Okay, excellent. So अब ये है आपका question number 4 for 16,000 rupees. You have 3 questions down in the silver tier. There are 2 left to clear this tier and move to gold. Here is your question number 4 for 16,000 rupees. Who is it from, Ritu?
This one is going to be sports.
Reena, you are up to the plate.
Super. I'm super happy because I do know that you love sports. So I'm going to give you a full toss. I'm sure it's going to be a sixer out of the stadium shot and you are going to make more money. So Ritu, are you ready?
I'm so ready.
And your question is, a penalty in football is taken in how many yards away from the goal? 4 options. Option A, 13 yards. Option B, 11 yards. Option C, 12 yards. Option D, 10 yards.
The only yards I know with relation to any sport is 22, and for good reason. I don't even know how to apply logic to this question, honestly, because ये काफी
एक तो चूज करना पड़ेगा आपको. पेनल्टी कितनी दूर से ली जाती है? How many yards from the goal? 13, 11, 12, 10. ज्यादा जगह भी नहीं दी है रीना ने आपको खेलने के लिए. So remember, if you get this right, you get to 16,000. If you select an answer and it's wrong, you come down to 4,000. At any point in time, you can choose to quit the game and take the money that you have with you right now. Of course, we will be donating an equal amount that you walk away with. We will be donating an equal amount to the COVID relief effort in India. Those are the options in front of you. Unfortunately, an assist is not available because you have used your assist for this tier.
because I assume it's a little less than halfway across the field, which tells me it's either 13 or 12, but I can't be sure if it's 13 or 12.
Is that what your instinct is telling you, either 13 or 12?
Yep.
I think you should choose and listen to your heart.
Okay. Heart's not being very loud right now. I think I'll go with C12.
Select कर दें 12 को?
Hanji. Bara. Let's do it.
12 चलिए तो 12 को सिलेक्ट कर दिया गया है. कैसा पड़ा आपका पासा अब हमें बताएंगी रीना जी.
It's the right answer. 12 yards it is.
Lord.
And penalty kick it is. It takes. Yeah, it's absolutely right. You did so well. I'm so happy for you. Penalty kick
Thank
to
you,
penalty
thank you.
spot से मारा जाता है and the goal line से 12 yards यानी कि 10.97 meters की दूरी पर होता है and you did it so well. That's a sixer. You are moving forward. Congratulations. Do well.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Ritu. That means you have answered question number 4, which has taken you to 16,000 rupees. It is indeed 12 yards, which means that you are here to take your 5th and final shot in the silver tier. This is a question that is worth 32,000 rupees, and it's the question that you've been waiting for. Bilkul. And I've also been waiting for, because I'm a big fan of her Not a Movie review. और आज ये आपसे पूछेंगी not a difficult question. Hopefully, this is Sucharita with movies. Over to you, question 5, 32,000 rupees.
All right, so are you ready for your question, for your next silver tier question?
Yes, I'm ready. Ready.
I'm so excited. That we get to talk, Ritu. Okay, great. So, Disney, we know, is a very big film studio. वहां पर काफी रीमेक्स बन रहे हैं आजकल, right? पर डिज्नी रीमेक्स का मतलब स्टाइल अलग है. डिज्नी इज they're always a cut ahead of everything else. So वो एनिमेशन से मोशन कैप्चर पे आ गए हैं. पहले ब्यूटी एंड द बीस्ट उसमें मोशन कैप्चर, देन देयर वाज लायन किंग एंड रिसेंटली अलादीन. ठीक है, तो अब मुझे ये बताओ, the Disney character Aladdin was modeled after which real life movie star? Okay, and your options are A. Tom Cruise, B. Brad Pitt, C. Marlon Brando, or D. Tom Hanks. It's like my favorite animated character growing up. I loved Aladdin.
My husband's too.
So Ritu, what do you want to do? क्या है आपका जवाब? Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Marlon Brando, Tom Hanks.
Marlon Brando is too macho in my head to be Aladdin. Brad Pitt, somehow I can't associate with Aladdin. I'm leaning towards Tom Hanks, but I'm really not sure.
You have to give me one answer. If you get this right, you clear the silver tier and you go to the gold tier. You also have 32,000 rupees that you take with you.
Honestly, मैंने ना ये वाली मूवी भी नहीं देखी. मेरे को एसोसिएशन आई नहीं रही है. पिक्चर ही नहीं बैठ रही मेरे दिमाग में. My instinct is saying Tom Hanks.
Instinct is saying D. Tom Hanks. Should we pick that one for you then? Select
Hanji,
D.
कर लीजिए.
Tom Hanks. We will get our genie, Sucharita, to tell us whether that is correct or not.
Could you picture Aladdin in your mind? ऐसे दिमाग में animated Aladdin.
I था.
And you think it looks like Tom Hanks a little bit?
Maybe. Oh no!
It's Tom Cruise. I'm so sorry.
Wrong Tom.
Oh no!
Tom Cruise.
So close. So close.
Disney के जो animators थे, उनको लगता है सब कॉन्फिडेंट लीडिंग मैन चाहिए था. प्रिंसेस जैस्मिन का लव इंटरेस्ट का जब कैरेक्टर वो ड्रॉ कर रहे थे, उनको लगा टॉम क्रूज वाज अ नेचुरल चॉइस. ओरिजिनली अलादीन के कैरेक्टर का डिजाइन माइकल जे फॉक्स पर बेस्ड था, पर जेफरी कैटzenberg चाहते थे दैट अलादीन थोड़ा आइकॉनिक हीरो टाइप का हो, तो तब सजेस्ट किया कि टॉम क्रूज की लुक को इंस्पिरेशन लेते हैं अलादीन के लिए. Girl, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Ritu, that means that unfortunately you have to leave the game now. You have to leave You versus YouTube, but you don't leave empty-handed. You have 8,000 rupees that you're going to take with you, and we're going to donate an equal sum to Give India, which, of course, is fighting for COVID relief in the country. So thank you very much for being on this episode of You versus YouTube, Ritu. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a joy being here.
So ye thi Ritu Mittal, a lawyer from Panchkula, who is no longer our challenger, but that means that we have one spot to fill. Who will we fill it with? Let's have a look at our player pool and our leaderboard. Well, we have Omkar, Tanishq and Rohan all at 2 points and Insha at 1 point. Oh, kaise decide karenge challenger? Don't worry, I have an answer to that question. We will play a tiebreaker between these three contestants to decide who will be the next challenger. Which Pakistani general gave the nickname the Flying Sikh to Milkha Singh? Your options are Ayub Khan, Muhammad Zia-ul Haq, Mirza Aslam Beg, or A.A.K. Niazi. 10 seconds only, which are about to get done and are done. Let's have a look at what the correct answer is. Correct answer is Ayub Khan. General Ayub Khan ne naam diya tha Milkha Singh ji ko, the Flying Sikh. Of course, one of our greatest athletes of all time. Somebody who made us extremely proud. आइए देखते हैं किसने सही जवाब दिया और कितनी तेजी से दिया. Just the one correct answer, and that comes from Omkar. So it doesn't matter how much time you took because it was under 10 seconds, but still very quick. Just over 1 second. Congratulations, Omkar. You're our challenger. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. That was quite a save.
You did very well. मैं आपको एक बात पूछना चाहता हूँ. आपके दोस्त क्या आपको ओमकार पीडिया बुलाते हैं?
That's what they used to call me in college. Because because I used to like belt out random trivia about like certain things. You know, we would be visiting like some place, and I'd be like telling people stuff about that, history about that place, and all of that. So that's the reason they started calling me Omkarpedia.
Which is the only acid named after a computer company?
एक वाले साइंस वाले सब बता सकते हैं.
बताओ ना भाई, कोई तो बताओ.
हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड HCl.
मुझे तो कब से एसिड को एसेट ही सुन रही हूँ मैं कब से.
क्योंकि रचना जैसे भूखे को रोटी नजर आती है, वैसे रचना को नोटी नजर आती है. नोट.